All right, welcome to the Explainer. In the solar industry, which is absolutely booming right now, there's this kind of hidden bottleneck. It costs a ton of money and time, and it happens way before a single panel ever gets installed. And it's all about the supply chain. Today, we're going to dig into a new approach that's designed to fix it. So let me ask you this. What do you think is the single biggest risk in the solar supply chain? Now, you might be thinking shipping delays, or maybe panel efficiency, right? But the real problem, it's actually something more basic. It's the way the deals themselves are put together.
And this is what we call the solar supply chain gap. It's this fundamental problem that's just baked right into the system, and it creates these huge headaches for pretty much everyone trying to get a deal done.
Think about it like this. On one side, you've got these overseas manufacturers. They have amazing products, but almost no contacts here in the US. Then on the other side, you've got the US distributors who are getting crushed by cash flow risk because they have to pay upfront for mountains of inventory they can only hope they'll sell. It's a huge gamble. So what you end up with is this whole process that's just inefficient and super risky for everybody. It holds back manufacturers who are trying to grow, and it puts distributors in a really tough spot. So how in the world do you fix a system that's broken like that? Well, the fix really starts by rethinking the deal itself. And it all comes down to a really important distinction, a new kind of surgical approach called the private deal, which is very different from how deals usually get done in public. So what exactly is a private listing? Just think of it like a direct, secure channel. A supplier can put together a special deal and send it with a private link to one specific customer. This means you get total control over who sees the offer and, this is the big one, the price. Okay, so let's break this down. A public listing, that's like shouting with a megaphone. It's one message, one price for the entire community. But a private listing, that's more like a whispered conversation. It's only for select customers with a custom price, all delivered through a secure link. It really flips the script and puts the power back in the seller's hands. It's all about control. But this is way bigger than just one cool feature. What this is really about is building an all-in-one sales hub, a single place designed to make the entire sales process, from start to finish, just smoother. So what does that actually get you as a seller? Well, it means you're generating leads and building relationships. You're getting access to marketing tools without the usual crazy overhead. You're cutting down transaction times. And of course, you have the power to send out those laser-focused private deals.
Basically, it becomes your entire sales toolkit, all built right in, which means you can, just whip up a targeted private listing in seconds. And you can keep track of all your clients in what's basically a built-in CRM.
Then you can fire off professional-looking sales quotes directly. And of course, track your entire payment history to keep an eye on the money. Everything you need, literally all in one spot. Okay, so that's the big picture. But how does this actually work on the ground, day to day? Let's look at how this thing gives a manager total control, not just over their deals, but over their entire sales team. The process is actually super simple. A manager just creates a company profile, adds their sales reps as members, and then they can assign specific private deals directly to them. So each rep gets to handle their own clients and chats, but the manager still has a bird's eye view of the whole operation. And making the deal itself, it's designed to be lightning fast. You just pick a product, which automatically pulls in all the details, then you set your own custom quantity and price, maybe add some terms or images, and boom, you send that private link straight to your customer. Done. Okay, now this next part, this might just be the most innovative piece of the entire puzzle, the pricing. The way it works for private deals completely flips the standard model on its head. First, let's start with what we all know. For public listings on a platform, it's a standard markup logic. The seller sets a price, the platform adds its fee on top, and that's the final price the buyer sees. Simple. We all get it. Okay, but for these private listings, forget all that. The logic gets completely turned upside down. It is a totally different way of thinking about it. Instead of a markup, it's a markdown model. And this might sound like a small change, but it is everything when it comes to giving control back to the seller. And let me show you what I mean. So check this out.
Let's say you, the seller, want your final price to the customer to be 30 cents. That's it. You set that price. Then, on the back end, the platform just subtracts its pre-agreed discount. Let's say it's 3 cents. So the contract price with the seller is 27 cents. See the difference? The seller decides the customer-facing price first, and the commission is handled invisibly. You know, this kind of flexibility, it's not just a cool feature. It's really pointing to where the entire solar market is going. The future isn't about selling just one thing. It's hybrid, and the tools we use have to keep up.
I mean, you hear it from industry leaders all the time. Hybrid systems, combining solar with energy storage, are becoming the new normal. And as the technology gets more complex, the sales process has to get more flexible too. That old one-size-fits-all model, it's just not going to cut it anymore. Which really leaves us with one last question. In a market this competitive, your sales process isn't just a part of your business. It's a massive competitive advantage. So are you giving it the kind of platform it actually deserves? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.